Welcome everybody to the Gridiron Survivor soft launch party. We wanted to invite you guys here because we've been building something for almost a year now, and today's the day that we wanted to invite friends and family to utilize our app to give us some insights and find some bugs for us before we launch it to the public. But first off, what is Gridiron Survivor? Um, it's an apprenticeship program that I created after seeing a lot of friends and individuals online that were self taught trying to get a job. They could not land a job. And as I was reviewing their portfolios and just their work in general, there was no real world experience. And not to fault to them at all because they have never been given the opportunity. Hence is why I wanted to create a program to bridge that gap from self-taught to first job. And Grid and Survivor is able to simulate that with these individuals. We have UX engineers, functional engineers, designer, product owner, engineer manager. We go through the full sprint cycle as well, sprint planning, Kanban board, understanding like what's ahead of a roadmap, creating bugs, prioritizing bugs, also giving sprint points to individual tickets as well. So, a lot of learning, a lot of soft skills, and it's definitely things that are missing from an individual that is self-taught or someone that has little to no experience. These are the things that will set you apart for what from my experience. But overall, it's a journey. It's an opportunity for you to get into a program that feels like it's a real world experience. I try to utilize all the industry process and things into this program. One big thing is pull requests. I make sure that the code is up to par, and if it's not, then I will tell you to redo it. I'll tell you to write unit tests. All that, uh, so that you can gain the understanding of how to write good tests or how to write good code that's for the team's coding standards. So a lot of that has transpired throughout the year here. A lot of individuals in, some out because they received jobs. But today marks a huge milestone for us. We are doing a soft launch of our Secret Santa app. This app was created from our hackathon back last winter. We wanted to create something because it's a little during that time it's really slow, and so I gave the individuals an opportunity to just create a Secret Santa app with AI gift generations. And what came out of that was amazing. It was so good that I said, you know what, let's switch gears to work on that app because the understanding of how to utilize Secret Santa was a lot greater than the Football Survivor app that we were building. Hence is why we've been cleaning it up and getting it to the point where we can get it into our friends and family's hands so that they can start utilizing this app and helping us understand where our gaps are. And that is where we are today. So, first off, I have Hector here, Michael, Tony, and Monica. These individuals have been a key piece to this application, and there's so many more individuals um, for this application as well. And our GitHub repository is complete open source, so you can go there to see who has contributed and whatnot. We are also sponsored by Vercel, Front End Mentor, and GitKraken. Those amazing companies have graciously sponsored us with their products and services and helping us get to where we are. But now we wanted to go into a demo of our application. So Monica, can you show us your screen so we can see what the application looks like?
Yes. So we have here the home screen for the Secret Santa Exchange website. To create an account, you will want to log in with your Google Gmail account. And so I am creating a brand new account right now, and I'm going to get a verification code. So let me grab my phone. Then once I am going to allow, give it my information. And so then we have the onboarding screens here with
Cool.
my
Are you able
name.
to zoom in a little bit to the browser? There we go. Perfect.
And then I'm going to hit next. And then if I wanted to go by a different name, I could do that. Perhaps you go by a nickname at work or with your friends. And then gift giving circle do you belong to? It's mostly about your age. So I'm going to go ahead and say, oh man, I'm in the middle bracket now. And hit next. And then it's going to ask you a little bit about your interest. And this will help your our holiday AI learn a little bit about you so that when it suggests gifts for your Secret Santa, you're getting something that you're going to like. So I like books, I like games, not really into sports as much. I like tech, arts and crafts, music, not really into fashion, but I am into food. And so then here I'm going to put my interest and hobby. So maybe I'm going to put chocolate chip cookies. Maybe I'm going to put board games, and maybe I'll put Harry Potter. And then I'll hit next. And then we also want to make sure that your Secret Santa does not get you anything that you should not get received. So primarily things that are with allergies, or if there's any materials that you just don't use. So if I don't know.
Monica, I don't want another crock pot.
So here we like if it, I have received, you know, let's say you recently got married and you got too many crock pots, so no crock pots.
Yes.
Or cooking utensils. Maybe you don't need it anymore. That way you just make sure that they know what they should avoid. And then here is the gift compass. So you have 3 toggles. So for your gift personality, do you prefer gifts that are practical and purposeful or more fun and whimsical? So perhaps this year I want to have a little bit more Christmas joy, so I'm going to go with more whimsical. For your experience style, I'm going to go with maybe something a little bit more cozy and comfortable. And then for gift style, I want something that's maybe right in the middle or so, but a little bit more towards the fancy and special side. And then I'm going to hit find my perfect gift.
And find my perfect gift is still a bug. It looks like.
Yeah.
This is why it's a
Refresh.
soft launch.
This is
Let's
great.
refresh.
Just,
All right, go ahead,
just
refresh.
refresh and then click through.
Okay.
There we are.
There we go.
So once you're logged in, you'll have your dashboard. And since I am a brand new user, I do not have any groups. If you are like me, that's the person that's most likely going to organize a Secret Santa group for your friends, you'll want to hit create group, and then you can actually, let's go through that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go through that.
Let's get
Perfect.
a group name. So I used to be part of a group that called ourselves Shot 17 after the song. We counted how many times the song said shots. But there was only 11 of us. And then the group description, friends,
Who takes shots?
who do no longer take
Who
shots.
no longer take shots. Yeah.
And then maybe I want this photo here, opening a gift box. I want to say, you know what, we're a little bit more established, so maybe we'll go with the $40 to $50 price range. And then I want to make sure that my friends have enough time to get in. So I want to pick maybe the first week of November, but then I want them to have enough time to buy and maybe even wrap it. And then we'll have a party, let's say the first week of December. And then I'll hit create group.
So that's the exchange date.
The
So
exchange,
then,
yeah.
yes, correct.
The date of the party.
Correct.
And so then and then it'll give you a little review on your journey. So on November 6th, I will, as the group host, will want to create the draw so that each member of the group knows who their recipient is. And then the tool will then be able to see each person's interests and preferences to suggest ideas for the gifts. And then our tool is actually so fun that it links to Amazon so that it could even be that much even faster to purchase that gift and get that item off your to-do list. And then we want to remind you that you want to have your gift ready for December 6th. And so I have one member here. And so then I'm going to now send this invite link to my friends to have them go add. But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and join a different exchange group that I've been invited to. Oh wait, the dashboard. Oh wait, why is it doing that? Oh, that's another bug. Because it's only giving me the. I definitely didn't. Oh wait, no, it's because I recopied. My bad.
You copied your own link.
I did.
Yeah.
There we are. Okay.
There we go.
So I've been invited to this soft launch group, and I don't know why, but you guys think I'm way more rich than I. But apparently, I had to buy a gift that's $90. But here I'm going to go ahead and hit join, and so here this group will draw on the 22nd, which was actually yesterday, and then we're gonna have our party tomorrow apparently, and so we have Alex, Sashi, and myself, and so.
Alex, can you draw the gift exchange?
Yeah.
So we won't see that on the screen, but Alex will draw it.
Yep. The gifts are loading right now. It's fetching them.
So I'm gonna go ahead and hit refresh. So now it is. Let me know.
Oh, nice! You got me. Sweet.
My gift recipient is Alex, and so his interests are books and stories, arts and crafts, games and crafts, and then he gave gibberish for hints, and then also more gibberish for avoid, which means that I can get him whatever I want.
Oh yeah.
But here the gift styles are: he's more on the practical side, a little bit in the middle for cozy versus adventurous, but he would like something very luxurious.
Oh my gosh! No wonder, Alex. No wonder
But
you choose
then-
$9,200.
Here is where the magic of our tool works, is in the gift suggestions area. And sometimes it can take a little while, so maybe I'll hit check again.
Let me check if mine's working.
Yeah. Of course, on demo. Huh.
Yeah, mine's not working either. Can you? You're in a different account.
Let me see.
I'm trying to find a group that I have that works.
But while we're doing that, let's go back to the dashboard. And so we do have where the draw date has passed, soft group launch. So because the soft launch group was set to have a draw date of yesterday, and it has not happened yet, I am, as a member, still wondering. And so a small little toast notification came up to remind me that I need to move the gift exchange along. Nope, still not quite working.
Do you have one that works in your other account?
I think so. Here, let me
Okay.
share a different tab.
Yeah, the one that I have worked, we just closed it out.
Yeah.
The Grinch one.
Okay. Let's share this screen. So this is a different account that I have from before. So I'm going ahead and log in. So I have this one, and is it the Grinch one?
Yeah, that one's done. Yeah, if you click on that, it says here.
Oh,
It's a wrap. Here are the individuals that were. Alex, you got yourself?
no, I got Alex.
Yeah. Oh, look at the profile picture. It's Alex. Oh, that's a bug.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
I was like, wait, Alex, you got yourself?
Oh, actually, it's across the board. So if it looks like it's
Yeah, I know.
So
I saw
now
that.
we're
I
catching
just
things. This is
noticed
why
that.
we're doing our
It's
soft
like,
launch.
That's awesome. Okay.
Let's see. What happens? So then how do we go to the one that shows you the group? Is it this one?
Just check any of those and see if.
No, this one only has 2 people. Sashi, will you join this one?
Yes. If you send me the link, I can join it. Okay, I'm in.
Okay, let's hit refresh. And then I'm going to hit draw. And let's see if this one will work. So this time I got Jeremy. He says he likes tennis and nothing to avoid. And then this one is also.
Can you go to another group that you
Yes.
have? The GIS test group. Is that one working? Okay, they're all down.
Must have stopped.
We do have a cap right now on our AI gift certificate. I don't think we've reached it yet. So, oh, okay, mine works now. If you go back to holiday presents anonymous, see if yours works.
Yes,
There we go.
now it works. So
Okay.
now I know that based off of Jeremy's preferences, so he wants something on the more whimsical side, but on the cozy and minimal side. And so our Holiday Magic AI has recommended tennis balls for Jeremy since he said he likes tennis. And that has been given an 80% match. So maybe I'll just buy 3 packets of this since if my budget is $30. But I could also consider getting him a Bluetooth sports headband headphones so that while he's sleeping or playing tennis, he can listen to music.
That's cool.
Or maybe I want to even get him the book, The Inner Game of Tennis. And he did say he wanted something whimsical. I would say a book for the holidays is very whimsical. But maybe let's say maybe he had said, please avoid books. Oh, no, he likes books. Maybe no headphones. I can say, not this. And you can give it feedback. So this is not their style. And then so it'll give me a different match. Well, maybe it should have been one of the first matches since this one has a 90% match. But he says maybe you want to get a portable tennis net set. And so maybe that's the one I want to look for Jeremy. Can you guys see this screen?
No.
Yeah. How about now?
Oh, now we can. Now we can.
So then now it took me to Amazon to see a portable tennis set. It didn't take me to the exact same one though. So that's another bug we just caught.
That's good to know.
But maybe so then I'm going to. But then now that I'm on Amazon already and it gave me a portable tennis net set, I can easily buy one for Jeremy and then have it shipped to me, and then that way, and then I can wrap it and do the Secret Santa. And that is how
Very
easy
cool.
it was.
Awesome. That's a great walkthrough. And can you go back to the Secret Santa app?
Yeah.
So I wanted Alex to have an opportunity to talk about how the gift generations work and how all that data that was fed through when the user created their likes, dislikes, and their gift styles, how that plays a factor into the AI providing a gift suggestion.
Yeah, so just to kind of quickly explain what's going on behind the scenes is when you filled out the onboarding as a user, you're in a sense saving like your profile information into the database, which gets used for AI model to like learn a little bit about you. So that way when the gift exchanges get drawn, like as soon as you click that button, what's happening behind the scenes is it's shuffling all the members around, randomly assigning them like a Secret Santa for each. Once it has that, your profile information will be sent to our AI model. That AI model will get all of your information, like your interests, your hobbies, your gift styles. Then it'll use that to generate at least 3 like gifts for you according to like your interests, and then it'll basically give you the price of it as well as like how much it matches your profile. And while all that's happening, the AI model will parse the information to make it more clean. And then once we have that, we will store those 3 gifts into the database so that way we can just fetch it onto this front page for them. But yeah.
Sorry, I was on mute. What happens when they click on they don't like a certain gift?
Yeah, so if someone were to click the not this link, it'll pop up those 3 options for the feedback, like the too expensive, not their style, and they might have this. Once you click one of those, it'll actually get sent to another AI model to where it'll be like, hey, this is the person's profile and interests. These are the gifts that they received, and this is their feedback on it. Like, for example, let's say too expensive. Then the AI model will see that the gift was too expensive and then regenerate another gift that's a little bit cheaper than that and then resend that.
That's cool. And I mean, I know I tasked you guys with this, and at first, you tell me, Alex, you were like, "Oh man, like I gotta do something with AI. Like I'm so reluctant, and like I didn't, yeah, like you didn't really want to get into it because it's something new, and it was like, well, I'm still building apps and stuff. And tell us about that journey and where it's ended up.
Yeah, so when I first did it, I will say like it was a little bit confusing at first, but once I got it like working for the first time, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like I did something simple like hello, and then it said hello back. And I was like, okay. And then I started to like build up on it to where I'm like, basically what I told the AI, I was like, hey, you're gonna get a person's profile information. Based on their information, come up with the 3 best gift ideas and then return it back to me in JSON format. And then I learned how to like parse that data, create like a very clean object to like store in the database. So journey now, like I've taken a step further. I've done custom tooling now to where I can get the AI to call functions for me and like do things for me just by a click of a button or typing to it, and then like it'll reason to know like what functions and stuff to call based on like my input. But honestly now like it's a lot of fun, and getting it to work, it's like I kind of say it's kind of like your own API. Like you can create your own API with like anything. And if you teach it enough and give it enough information, like it can do a lot.
That's awesome. I know you've done a lot with it now. You've created your own apps and played around with a lot of models and all of that, which is amazing. It's exactly what I wanted, like just for
Yeah.
y'all to get your feet wet so that you can understand what's out there, because AI is changing a lot of things. And there's MCPs, there's agents out there, there's usage of Copilot, and other things. So it's definitely something to tap into and gain awareness of. A lot of big companies nowadays, like I think yesterday, Block just released an apprenticeship AI engineer, and they were like, "Hey, we know that nobody's really experienced, and we know that you're probably not experienced, but we want you to come in and do some things with us and learn with us while utilizing AI." So it's pretty cool to see that. But I wanted to shift gears to the team. I know Tony, Jeremy, you haven't been with us that long, but how does it feel to like finally, do a soft launch for everybody? How does it finally feel to like actually like get it out there? I know we scrapped the logo and got it out there real quick. Monica is our designer, by the way, so thank you for that, Monica. But we were able to get the logo up there this morning. Tony was able to change all the strings because we called it something different, and we got this domain and everything, so we wanted to stay on brand. So it's been good to finally get it out there. Obviously there's some little bugs here and there we need to still fix, but it's great to kind of actually just get it out there and have other people try it out and provide their thoughts and feelings about it.
Yeah, I think it's great to see it available now, and I think reflecting back on the few weeks that I've worked on it, I see that there may be some bugs right now, but what I'm recognizing is that as we move through this project, there's no shortcuts as we make improvements and bug fixes. And so being very methodical through each step, each code review, all the testing, and that may have slowed down some of these bug
Mhm.
fixes. But as we continue to work on it, it's clear that we're building this rock solid application in the long run. So that's kind of been what I've come to realize about it.
That's awesome. That's a great perspective on this app because I know you've only been with us for a month or two, and so being able to see that right away is awesome. How about the rest of y'all?
I'll just add, just kind of, I'm probably one of the newest member on the team, so it's a lot is pretty new to me. But kind of just piggybacking on what Tony was mentioning, just the attention to detail and the process that you all work through just to test different features and document all the changes is something that's new to me. You know, I've worked primarily on projects on my own, so being like exposed to a team of this size has been, even though it's only been a couple weeks, it's been like super interesting and just like a helpful experience.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jeremy. Because we don't know when you work on your own, you are the one that approves everything. Everything looks good, right?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with this. It's good.
Yeah.
We're good. Let's just ship it. But then when you work with a team, you work with a senior engineer, or and other ones too. Then we have expectations, and we have certain guidelines and stuff, and that's how it's gonna be too when you go and work on the job is you'll go into a team that has certain standards and certain ways that they like doing stuff, and then you're going to have to adapt to that. And then also just the experience of, or the non-experience of going through a process, right? Like you're on your own, you just build it out and you just do everything, it's out there. This is like methodically like, hey, I want you to just do this piece, that's it, don't touch the rest of it. Okay, hey Tony, remove the rest of this because I don't want that. Right, Jeremy? He touched something the other day. I was like, hey, don't touch that. Remove it, and we'll come back to it later. Don't even do that right now. I want you to just focus on this, right? The narrowing your scope because then that way we don't create scope creep and we don't create additional tasks because everything you touch, everything you change, everything you edit, it requires some form of modification or potential regression somewhere else. And that's why we stay focused on just that task and ensure that that is set in stone before we continue to move on.
This has
Yeah,
also
well said.
been, oh, sorry. This has also been a fun experience for me because I joined the team also partway through. Like you said, I wasn't part of the hackathon where the original idea came from. And so this was one of the first times that I was part of a group effort where all of the direction came from the engineers. The other projects I've done, it was kind of like phase 1 design, then phase 2 was development. And so this was a really good experience to be part of a project where both sides are working simultaneously and working in collaboration. And then also just coming in and like, I didn't know what a pull request was and learning how to collaborate with the different people to figure out how I can help from the design side. And so it's been a great learning experience for sure. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's great to hear, Monica. And I will be honest, a lot of companies they neglect the designer a lot. Like designer will just give you the work, the developer just do it, and then they'll never have the designer review it. I don't like that because it's your work, it's your baby, it's your thoughts and efforts, right? You should have a say in how this is put out into the general public or even like just out there. And when you don't have the ability to provide feedback, because we provide the feedback for the code, why can't you provide feedback for the UX and the styling and stuff like that, right? And so by being pristine and ensuring that we meet those standards, because in a company, usually the designer does it and then somebody approves it, right? It's not just here you go, like it's done. No. Leadership, all that stuff, they review it, they look at the UX, they approve it, it goes to engineering, and then after that, like designer should come in and ensure that's up to the standards and qualities of what we're looking for. Because when it's not, then you can tell that a certain application is janky or something kind of looks off, is because there's just no quality checks behind that. So I love to include my designers in part of the process, even PMs too, because at the end of the day, it's all of ours. It's not just engineering has the final say, and it's like, um, even at that point, like if they forget, I'm always like, hey, Monica, do a audit and make sure that we get this right, because I want you to be happy with this too, because your designs are not put out in the public, right? They don't go to the website like your designs. It's our implementations that individuals are looking at. And so if that's the final output, then I want you to be happy with that too.
Yes,
So.
and so it'll be fun to see the changes that are going to come after the soft launch, since we were focusing more on the functionality for this launch, but because we'll see how all the new landing page goes in a few weeks.
Yep, a lot of cool stuff coming. Well, but you, Hector, you're a veteran now.
A veteran with only a few months on the team still. I think I only joined in April.
Still.
Yeah, I'm also like really excited for the soft launch and like all the feedback that we're gonna get from real users, and like all the bugs we'll potentially find, because like I've never really gotten real user feedback before. Like probably like most people here, I've only done personal projects and tested things myself, and we tested the app ourselves, finding the bugs ourselves. So actually getting user feedback is I just find that exciting to finally be able to get that.
Yeah, yep, I agree. And being able to share it and, showcase what you've done too, the hard work that you put into this too. Because like certain features that you built, you could say, "Hey, I built that," right? Like it's living and breathing, and I built that as a team all together, and it's there. Like I can showcase it and describe it and talk about it and all that. So I think it's the biggest win for everybody is now there's something public to showcase, and then you can go to certain features and be like, hey, if you go here, they're there, or you can do like a video or screen, whatever you want to screenshot. It's easier to get there, and there's so much more that we have too. Like Michael has been working on a storybook with Lillian, and that's something that we're going to put out there too, with documentation of our components, of our structure, all that stuff. Michael, how has it been for you? I know you've been with me for a while now, so.
Yeah, it's been going fantastic. I've learned a lot with the sprint process. I was really excited about that, seeing how real teams work, being able to break out branches. Big shout out to Get Lens, because that is fantastic to get a visual view on everything. I'm glad to have them as a sponsor. I've been hitting them up on social media all the time. They're probably tired of me by now. But I've even incorporated them in my own personal projects, taking what I've learned from the GIS team, following the whole sprint process. So for me, that's been huge.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's one of the key pieces to this whole thing is process, right? Without that, then we would fall apart. Not fully, but it would be difficult to keep this thing aligned and things in order and whatnot. So just that whole sprint process, like I would see every company does it differently. I've taken ideas from different teams and different companies I worked with and made it into what will work for our team, and we continuously adjust it. We used to do 2-week sprints, but now we do monthly sprints. And then after that, we didn't do any sprints. We just did a whole bug dashboard because it made sense just to like, hey, let's just Kanban this. Like, let's just like keep this simple for now, and let's get over this hump. And then we can go back to the sprint modes and all of that, because there's so much behind it. And I love that we can adapt and adjust and stuff like that, because if you don't, then it's going to be tough, and it's going to be difficult to stay motivated as well. But after this, yeah, there's a lot of features and a lot of things that we want to build, and we already have a lot of plans for this. But obviously there's bugs, and that's why we're soft launches, so that users can come on and find those issues for us, because we do want to launch this to the general public in the November sometime, before the Christmas holiday season, and even before Black Friday, because a lot of people love shopping during that time. And if they have their Secret Santa at that point, then it's a lot easier, right? So that is our goal. We want to get to that point. So we want to fix all these bugs in a week or two here, and then start advertising and get it out to the general public. So yeah, whoever's on this stream, it is out there right now. You can go sign up and invite your own people and all this stuff. So go ahead and do that. I'll create like a Google Doc form so they can start filling out and reporting bugs, and then we can look at that those submissions and create bugs and then file those, because um, obviously we don't have a filing system right now, but that works so that we can just create it on our GitHub board, our Kanban board, and then continue to work through those issues. But all in all, I mean, I'm super excited about this, and thank you everybody. Even the ones that are not here, there's some individuals that are watching on the live stream that have contributed to this. We have developers, we have designers, we have senior reviewers, we have other people that have contributed to this application, and we couldn't have done it without all of you. It's a long journey. I know at first we built this as a hackathon, and then it was like it works, but then now I said we got to make this, we got to unit test this thing, we got to make it, we got to clean it up, because if we release this thing as is, it will eventually break. And so we did a lot of cleanup, and continuously we'll do that and continue to build this out. We have lots of plans for this application. We're going to create a super admin dashboard so that admins can go in and see all the users, all the groups, and all that stuff in case we have issues. We are going to use monitoring from Vercel to track logs and to gauge where our performance is at. Storybook with Michael and Lillian. We're going to document all of our components and then put our designs in there as well for Monica and all of that. And then we're going to refresh the landing page to make it more creative and more eye-opening and stuff like that. So lots of things to come. And then outside of that, this gift generation, it doesn't have to be just for Secret Santa. It could be for birthdays, it could be for weddings, right? All that stuff. But we can't move fast. We can't move that fast. We have to ensure that we get this thing down first. And that's how I think successful startups go about, is like trying not to spread yourself too thin. We have to ensure we prove the model and get this going, and then we'll think about what else is out there. But there's endless possibilities. Even at that, we can always shift gears, do something else too. But I think this is a really good start, and we are not finished. There's a lot more to do. As you can see today, there were some little bugs here and there. Obviously, we'll find those, and if you find them too, let us know. But I wanted to continue to open the floor to anybody else that just wants to comment about, like, maybe not the project now, maybe like personally, like how this Gridiron Survivor program has really helped out and shape you.
I guess I can add some things. Like before Gridiron Survivor, I've made my own personal projects, but I've learned on my own things like pull requests and things like that. I would have done that on my own. Just I make a change on a branch, make a pull request, and then approve it all on my own. So I still knew like a real life workflow, something similar to that. But after joining Gridiron Survivor, it's like it was just that times 10. So like with the sprint planning and Kanban board and all that organization, I really liked it, and I liked how my base of where I was already coming from, I understood like a small block of it, and that helped me understand the whole. So even just learning that one little thing, like I knew how to do pull requests, and now I can understand how to link issues for a pull request and all that. So yeah,
merge conflicts.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Doing that, and then just like creating future branches, right? And understanding how to branch off another branch, and like there's so many more avenues to use Git itself that doing it on your own, you can only go so far. But then when I make a whole change and it conflicts with you, then you're like, what the hell is this? What happened? It all broke. So that's definitely a learning opportunity as well.
And it also like pushed me to organize my own things a bit more. Like I learned about Git work trees recently, which I probably would have never have learned about it if I was just doing my own personal project and stuck with my original workflow, because now everybody has to deal with everybody else's branches and pull requests.
Yeah.
And I recommend Git work trees. Makes it real easy to organize your process and branches.
That's awesome. Let me ask you guys, what has been the most challenging?
I'll just comment. Oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead. I talked enough.
I was just going to comment on, since I'm so new, just getting into the program, I thought was like a real world experience where we had to interview, and I had never done a coding, like a live coding challenge before. And so that was a good experience. I feel like I really just put the right amount of like stress and pressure on me without it being like too, high stakes.
Yeah.
And, I think a lot of us are probably going to be looking for work in the market. And that's like such a valuable and difficult skill set sometimes to develop, just getting good at interviewing and coding challenges and talking to people.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jeremy, because at the beginning, I will be honest with this. At the beginning, I just say, who wants to join this group? And 10 people just raised their hand. I said, okay, come join. And then I didn't know where the skill sets were at. I thought they were here or, up here, but then eventually some of them were down here and they were just still learning the basics. And I'm like, oh man, I need to do something to figure that out. And that's why I started to do a simple coding challenge and just talking to y'all. And I think that the cool thing that I do that I really enjoy is I give you the first prompt, and it's no surprise, right? Here you go, practice it. Here's the first prompt, practice and get it down. You'll be surprised how many people don't even get past the first part. Like they come in and they didn't even practice it, or they didn't even go over it. And I'm like, I already gave it to you. Like you should like perfect this first thing. Like I gave it to you. I gave you time. It's like a couple of days or a week. It's up to you. When you come into the interview, that's what happens. Is if you're not prepared, then I'm like, okay, if you're not prepared for this, how are you going to be prepared for the rest of the Gridiron Survivor, right? Like there's so much more involved, and that's why like I just have this little simple test where you come in. Yeah, it's live coding. But the first prompt should give you an idea of what's to come. There's no surprises, right? And if you get through that and maybe a little bit more, then it's fine. Because the whole thing is, if you're not prepared for that, how are you going to be prepared for the job? Like you need to take this serious because we're giving up all of our times up to mentor, to review code, and all that stuff. And for you to, I see you moving your camera, Alex. For you to not be prepared for this simple interview, just goes to show me that you're not ready yet, right? Because I'm not here to train you from the ground up. I need you to have some skills, some organization in place, because the ones that have passed this, I would say it's about 70 to 80% success rate that they've landed a full-time job. And that's how high the success rate is. Obviously, it depends on networking and timing and all of that. But majority of them have found success because they came in prepared. They came in ready to go. They were hungry. And it wasn't, I didn't have to do too much to motivate them. They were already motivated to get going, and they're already like structured enough to understand that, hey, there's a lot of learning that's going to come, and I'm prepared for that learning.
Yeah, I'd like to expand on what Jeremy said. I also really appreciated that. Just again, I haven't been with the group that long, but already people have put out there an opportunity to join in as I talk about X, Y, or Z. Hector mentioned learning about work trees with Git, and it's really valuable. And I think doing that also gives the person who's kind of presenting these concepts a chance to communicate and get comfortable talking about the different technology or terms or whatever, and then it's a great chance for some of us newer people to get up to speed on those concepts as well. So I really find like the communication out loud with others super helpful and something you wouldn't get just on your own.
Yeah, that's a great point too, Tony. I try to keep a few individuals that have been with the program for 6 months or so, because when new individuals come in, right, I don't have the time to onboard all of you guys. It's a lot of time, but Alex, Michael, Hector, Lillian, and them, they've been in the program for a few months and they understand it, so it's easy for them to help you, and that's a part of the part of the process too. For me, is I want them to step up and help out, because not just because that will be part of the day-to-day later when you become a senior and a tech lead and stuff like that, but it gives you those skills to work together, right? Because you're not going to get that if you work on your own. But as you work together, you learn cadences, you learn how to communicate to one another. Some people are easier to communicate than others because they have the same style. Some have a different style, and you're like, oh, how do I get through this person, or how do I teach this person? So you adapt and you learn those skills. And so I think that it's extremely valuable. That's why when I bring new people on, I'm like, hey, who wants to onboard Jeremy? And then somebody will say, I can do that. I'm like, hey, good. Because it's not that I'm not going to, I will, but I want them to have the opportunity to come and tell you what they know, because they've probably been the troops on the ground, doing the work and stuff, and know more of the ins and outs than I do. Whereas I, build the structure and infrastructure and all that stuff. And I'm going to give you high level of process and how to do stuff. Whereas they're going to give you more of the, hey, this is how the team wants that. This is how Shashi's looking for things. That way, you have an inclination of what's to come when you're doing a task. How about you, Monica? On your side for design, what has been the most challenging?
I think coming in partway through, like on the more recent side, trying to determine what work was considered approved versus being more of a staging environment. I think that was a little bit challenging. And then also being in the meetings with you guys say a lot of stuff that I don't understand. And so I take a lot of notes and I write a lot of stuff, and I hope that I spell things right. And then I ask a lot of AI and Google to get more familiar. But it's been really helpful, because I think the more familiar I get with the way you guys think and talk, the better I can communicate as well. So it's been hard but fun.
Yeah, I can concur with that. Both ways. When we start to revamp stuff and you're going to use design tokens and all these other things, they're all going to be lost. So it's going to go both ways. But it's good learning, because that is the bridge that we will eventually come across. Is not all of us will work with designers and product owners, but many of us will in some fashion, some form. And to understand that, and the lingo and just the terminologies and the things that most of these other roles go through is going to be important, because then you'll go in, you'll be like, oh, I already know what that is. Like, who was it? I think it was Hadi. Hadi was like, hey, Shashi, I'm so thankful to go through Gridiron Survivor, because I came into this new company that hired me, and I already knew how to run Agile. We're doing sprint points and 2-week sprints and stuff like that. And I'm like, I already know what to do. Like, I already know how to do that. And then working with just other individuals too that are not developers, like he already has those skills to go cross-functional, to understand a little bit of what they're going through. So yeah, and that's the part of the thing too, like being part of this apprenticeship. It's not just all developers, right? We have a designer. I act as the engineering manager and product owner. but at the same time, like we have Michael, which he's more of the technical writer, technical doc side, and then we have the functional engineers, the UX engineers, and all that stuff, where I separate these departments so that you're like, okay, what do I need? And so sometimes when you ask, what do I do about copy? I'm like, go to Michael because he's our, technical engineer. You go to him. Like I want him to have that say in ownership. And then when it comes to design, obviously I say, hey, have Monica review that stuff before you release it, because I want her to have the final say in that. Those things go a long way, understanding like which roles have what kind of say, where should I go for information, where should I go for approvals. As you go into big companies, it gets more granular, and there's teams of designers now, right? There's other individuals involved. There's leaders on top of leaders, and it's just like the organization just gets larger and it just gets slower. But then you have to understand how to communicate and work with those individuals and whatnot. So it's definitely a great skill, and I think that's the number one thing about this apprenticeship program is communication. All these individuals that come in have gained the knowledge to work cross-functionally very well. And not just that, but just gaining the understanding of how to pretty much like mentor others, right? To guide others and train others. I think it's been really great. Cool. All right. So last question. What are you looking forward to?
With regards
more
to the
promotion.
In regards to Gridiron Survivor and or the Secret Santa app.
That landing page looks really nice. I'm looking forward to implementing that.
I think it'll be fun to see what bugs users that are using it for real gift exchange encounter, and I think that will be how we'll also learn how to enhance and find out what's missing or what's needs tweaks, because we're anticipating, but we are not going to know exactly what they need until they tell us.
Yep, agreed. What else are you guys looking forward to?
I think for me, it's kind of just exploring the AI feature a little more. During the demo, I was actually kind of surprised that that book has been recommended to me multiple times. That was like a spot on recommendation.
Hey, Heck has been talking about this agent that will read through your social media profiles and all of that. So I don't know, maybe he did some magic there. I'm just telling you.
So that was like crazy accurate.
Well, I'm looking forward to obviously getting this launched and into the general public's hands, but also I'm looking forward to the growth of each and every one of you. It's been amazing to see somebody raw come in and then blossom within a few weeks to months. Like it's so crazy to realize that this program actually works. The individuals that have gotten jobs, like I've had just one-on-ones with them and talking like, hey, did Gridiron Survivor work out for you? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. It taught me so much that has helped me land this job. So it plays a little part in your journey, but like sometimes like it's tough, right, for me, because I have a family, I have 4 kids, and I'm like, man, do I just give this up? Because it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort. But at the end of the day, when I keep seeing individuals have these awesome wins, I'm like, this can't stop, because it's a key piece to a lot of individuals, and there's not too many programs out there like this anymore. A lot of them have shut down because they've grown too big or they don't have funding and stuff. Like we have no funding. We have sponsors, and I pay for a lot of things that we use, or we get sponsorships for it. And so like it just keeps going, and to kind of see individuals grow and just like gain jobs. But not just that. I think one big thing, and I think Alex can attest to this, is the network of this program. We have so many alumni in this program now. And not just that, we have people that know of this program that are friends, and our Discord is filled with them. And last month when we went to the DSD Dallas, no, Commit Your Code conference, a lot of these individuals came there, and I got to meet a lot of them in person for the first time. I've met many of the individuals already, but it was awesome to see like just a group of people that already knew each other online, that were helping each other just hang out and to tech conference together. And not just that, like in 5 years, we'll all be working at different companies and whatnot, right? Having different connections and I know this for a fact. And like Cody, okay, Cody graduated from this program, but he's been hooking up like 3-4 people with jobs at different companies and whatnot. And he's been helping them land jobs. And I'm like, that's exactly what's going to happen here. Is eventually we'll be at a different company, or we'll work for the same company because we got each other in because of great referral, and these things will eventually happen. But not just that, just being exposed to this apprenticeship program. I know I've been in some podcasts and stuff like that speaking about Gridiron Survivor, but a lot of people are keeping eyes and tabs on this apprenticeship program. When I went to Render ATL, the Resilient Coders group, they already knew who we were and what we've been doing, and so they don't come in the comments or anything or like anything, but they lurk on the outside and they're watching and listening and seeing our progress. So just to let you guys know is there's a lot of people out there that are just lurking and kind of seeing what's happening. That's why I provide you guys with this opportunity to go on live stream to kind of showcase what you've learned, what you've done, and all that stuff, because it's going to really help you propel your career. So, any last words? No last words. All right.
Please
go ahead.
use our app. Please use our app so we can get feedback.
Yes. Please go sign up, create groups, and use our app. Some things might not work, but be patient with us. We're gonna work through those things and get it right. But yes, we definitely want people. We want users to be utilizing our app. Yeah. So I just want to close out that we're gonna try to stream once or twice a week. Moving forward, we're going to have a lot of sprint demos. We're going to have some guest speakers come in, all that stuff. I want to get this thing going, and then from there, obviously launch this app to the general public and then get that going. But all in all, I am super happy and super excited about what's to come. And I hope that you guys will continue to follow our journey. So thank you, everyone. See you in the next one.